Welcome, everyone. Welcome. Welcome to the TACRO Tennessee Virtual College Fair Night. We have an awesome lineup of some incredible schools this evening. And before we get started, I just have a couple of housekeeping announcements for you. At the bottom of your screen, you will see a Q&A button, and so you're welcome to type your questions to our panelists at any time. As a reminder, this is a webinar, and so your microphone and your camera are off, so our panelists can't see you or hear you. This is just one of the many sessions being offered, so be sure to sign up for some additional sessions. These presentations are being recorded, and so they will be available for on-demand playback in about a week at that same website where you registered. So without further ado, I am going to turn it over to our presenters. Tonight, first, you are going to hear from East Tennessee State University.
Hello, everyone. I'm going to share my screen with you right now. So my name is Lily. I am an admissions counselor for ETSU. If you have any questions during this presentation, don't hesitate to use that Q&A button. So what we're going to be talking about today is a brief overview of our academics, how to become a Buccaneer, residential and campus life, and our tuition and fees. So why should you choose ETSU? We're located in Johnson City, Tennessee, and we're a Division I public university that houses nearly 15,000 students. We're not too big and we're not too small, so at this size you can expect access to the resources and opportunities that larger universities have, while also maintaining a small campus feel with an average classroom size of 23 students and a 15-to-1 student-to-faculty ratio. We have 10 different colleges with 150 different academic programs. I'm not going to talk about all of the colleges. I'm just going to highlight some of our programs, and this would include our highly accredited business program, which ranks in the top 5% of all business schools in the world, to our health science programs, which we have more comprehensive health science programs than almost any other school in the U.S. We also have a nationally ranked teachers education program, and we offer the top computer science and largest nursing program in the state of Tennessee. So we have tons of options for our students with 150 different programs. So admissions and our requirements, we're all about access here at ETSU, which is why we decided to go test optional for the fall 2021 academic year. You can see that for requirements, you need a 2.3 GPA or a 19 on the ACT or SAT comparable. We also require that our high school students take 16 specific high school credits. This would include like math, science, foreign language, things like that. If you want to see what courses we do require, then you can just go on our admissions page and you'll see the requirements. And then now how you can apply, your first step is going to be doing your online application by going to etsu.edu/apply. When you're finished with your application, you'll just need to submit the $25 application fee. And then after you submit your application, you'll just need to contact your high school or high school counselor and ask them to send your transcripts by either email, postage mail, or through any electronic service. And then after we receive all of the documentations that we need, or all of the documentation, then we'll be able to review you for admittance. We have 10 different residence halls with 5 different styles. As of now, we do not require our freshmen to live on campus, and everyone is allowed their own personal vehicle. If you want to live on campus, this will be a separate application, and you can just find that on our housing website. But if you want to live on campus, and more specifically with students who are interested in the same program as you, then we do offer 9 different living learning communities for our freshmen. And then this is going to be an additional application from your housing application. And just wanted to show you what the price would be if you chose to live in a traditional residence hall style, and then you get our 7-day silver level meal plan. You're looking about $8,900 per year. And then just a fun fact, we like to just throw out there is that 35% of our students who live on campus makes the Dean's List every year. We really encourage our students to get involved on campus, whether that's living in a residence hall or through clubs and student organizations, which is why outside of the classroom, we offer 250 different student organizations and 19 different Division I sports. With our sporting events, you can get into all of our sporting games for free by just showing your ETSU ID card. And then our student organizations range from club sports to academic clubs to intramurals, fraternity and sorority life. And then you even have your option to even create your own club. We also have first year experience courses for our freshmen, which would be like Preview, which is a pre-college experience that happens a weekend before. And then we have our ETSU 1020 class. So our tuition, you're looking at about $9,500 per academic year. And then previously I mentioned that housing price, and you're looking at $18,000 to $19,000. And ETSU can be very affordable, which is why 92% of our students receive some sort of financial assistance. And some options for financial assistance would be our Academic Performance Scholarship, which is a merit-based award that is contingent on your GPA and ACT or SAT score. We have our Honors College, which also will require a GPA and ACT or SAT score. We have General Scholarship and Departmental Scholarships, which are mostly endowment scholarships based on GPAs or ACT scores. And then we have our ETSU Promise Plus program, which is a last dollar scholarship program that's based on if you receive the Tennessee Lottery Hope Scholarship and if you're Max Pell eligible. If you're interested in visiting campus, we do offer in-person and virtual tours. Our in-person tours are offered Monday through Friday, 4 times a day. We even have some on Saturday as well. And then if you are a little too far away and you want to visit campus virtually, then you can do so by just going to etsu.university-tour.com. If you all have any questions, feel free to email me at fowlerlg@etsu.edu. You can also text or call me at 423-301-5483. And then if you want to stay up to date, follow us on social media at ETSU Admissions. Thank you all so much for letting me present. Use that Q&A button. Godspeed and go Bucks.
Thanks so much, Lily. And that was a great reminder to use the Q&A. And those of you that do have questions specific for a college, make sure that you note which college you are asking the question of so they know who gets to respond to you. Next up, you're going to hear from the University of Memphis.
Hello, everyone. Thank you for joining us today. My name is Tanea Gully, and I'm an admissions counselor here at the University of Memphis. I'm very excited to be with you tonight, and so let's go ahead and get into it so I can tell you about the great opportunities we have for you all. So who are we? Our fall 2020 enrollment affected that we had over 22,000 students currently on campus, and we're very proud of that number as it continues to grow. We do have a very diverse student population here with students coming from all walks of life, and I think that gives a really good experience for students who are looking for a diverse student population and looking for other represented people to interact with. We do have a 15-to-1 student to faculty ratio. So even though we have that large amount of students on campus taking courses, we have a large amount of faculty that are dedicated to making sure you guys get those smaller class sizes that you would like. So usually this is the time where I ask students to use that Q&A button and tell us what you want to study. We want to hear from you all. What you see on this screen is a little bit of our majors. We have well over 55 and about 250 areas of study. So if you don't see your major on here, know that we have a lot more to offer. These are just our most popular. So we have lots for you to choose from. A little bit about our student life. We have well over 350 student organizations. And so that includes fraternities and sororities, religious groups, multi-ethnic orgs, and orgs-type community service. We have lots of things to keep you engaged outside of academics. As well as our Tiger Athletic Program, we compete at the Division I level in the American Athletic Conference. And we love our student athletes, and we have great Tiger pride here. And so we're cheering them on from home right now. We wish we could be in the stands with them. We are number 7 in the nation for internships. So that's how you get that return on investment. You get real world experience with companies like FedEx, AutoZone, International Paper. They all have their headquarters here and reach out to us for partnerships with students. So if you're interested in that, know that we have that available to you. We also have a very large honors college, the largest in the state of Tennessee. And so we're very proud of that number. And that takes about a 3.25 GPA and a 24 to be admitted. So now let's talk about the cost of attendance. For in-state students, it's about $10,000 a year. I'm just going to round that number up for you to keep it easy. And so pretty affordable, and that's tuition only. And so we encourage all of our students to complete the free application for federal student aid. It opened October 1. So if you haven't done that, do that as soon as possible. Lots of our students require or qualify for some type of state aid. And then we have well over 700 scholarship opportunities that are available in our Tiger Scholarship Manager. And some of the most popular ones you'll see on the right-hand side, which is the First Scholars Program, Emerging Leaders Scholarship, and the Social Change Scholarship. The scholarships on the left, those are our merit-based scholarship, where we'll need your GPA as well as an ACT score. We do have a test flexible admissions policy, and I'll talk about that right here on this slide. So our admissions process is a competitive application process where we'll take a holistic review of your high school transcripts, your ACT and SAT scores, we accept both, and any college transcripts you would like for us to consider for any dual enrollment, AP or IB courses. So that test flexible policy, what that means is that you can still apply and be admitted to the U of M without an ACT score, but it's a separate process now, and so you will go specifically to review. So if you do have those scores, I highly recommend you sitting them in, especially as it pertains to our merit-based scholarships. So we will need your ACT score for that. So if you do not have it, you will not be able to apply for those automatically, unfortunately, at this time. And so these statistics you see are just middle numbers. And so if you're a little concerned about what these numbers look like and how it might affect your process, please reach out to your admissions counselor. I'm going to give you her information here at the end. And her name is Jordan Scott. She's here with us in the comments. Her voice is a little hoarse. And so I was able to give this presentation to you all today. Please call and text Jordan. She's very helpful, very knowledgeable about all things U of M. Feel free to email her as well and hit her up on Instagram. Know that she will help you figure out this process, and she loves doing that and helping students. You can also use this QR code, which will take you to our True Blue Tiger Forum. I want to encourage all sophomores and juniors to do that. That's how we'll get information and keep track with you over this next year and send you important emails about important dates we have coming up. So again, thank you guys for allowing me to present to you. I hope you guys have a great night, and go Tigers.
Thank you so much. Next up, you are going to hear from Cumberland University.
Okay, hello everyone. My name is Hannah and I'm representing Cumberland University today. So I'll just hop right into it. I'm going to go over several different things to see if you can discover if Cumberland is the right fit for you. This includes, but is not limited to, academic programs, student life, athletics, residential life, financial aid, and then the final application process. So we have been around for quite a while. We're just 20 minutes east of Nashville in Lebanon, Tennessee. It's a great and growing area. We were founded in 1842. We're almost completely demolished within the Civil War, and that's partially why we are called the Phoenix. Our mascot is representative of rising from the ashes and being able to take on anything you face in college. So starting with academics, we do blend liberal arts values with modern practical approaches. That listed right there is our accreditation. We offer over 70 programs of study within 3 different schools on our smaller campus. So since we are small, we are able to have a really community family style feel within the classroom. Our average class size is 20 students and the student to faculty ratio is 16:1. Professors really do care about their students, and with that small student to faculty ratio, can always see if someone is struggling and be able to assist even more personally. The student experience, we'll go into that. We have 55 clubs and organizations on our small campus. This stems from anything from Greek life to national honor societies to different interest clubs, religiously affiliated groups. Basically, there's a spot for anybody to get involved in some way, and it really helps a lot with combining everyone together. So since we are small and we are in a small town, we celebrate our largely diverse population greatly. We're represented by 32 states, 42 countries, and 28% of our undergraduate students are first-generation college students, which is very awesome. We are celebrating that all the time, and we hope it continues to grow as our student population grows. We've actually grown almost double in the past 5 years, which is very exciting. We went from 1,400 students to 2,700 students within the past 5 years. So we just hope to see that diversity and student population grow all together. Like I said before, we're in Lebanon, Tennessee. It is 20 minutes east of Nashville, growing all the time. This puts students in a great opportunity and position to utilize all the different businesses in Nashville, potentially get internship opportunities there, and be able to visit Nashville and all of the fun things that it has to offer. So we are an NAIA school. We have 22 different athletic teams represented on our campus. And we have 5 different dorms that over 500 students call home. Freshmen are not required to live on campus. However, if you do live on campus, you do have specific dorms that are community style. I always compare it to summer camp. So you share a bathroom with 18 of your closest friends. But like I said, freshmen really enjoy being in the center of campus and being able to be involved in everything going on. So our yearly tuition is $24,000 a year. We are small and private. However, last year we were ranked 31% less expensive than any other four-year private institution in the country. So that's really awesome, and 93% of our students do receive some sort of aid, and I'll go into the different kinds of scholarships that we offer. So first and most prominently is that we are a four-year institution that began accepting the Tennessee Promise Grant in full. So this means your first 2 years are completely tuition free. Your only financial responsibility will be books, a $100 freshman fee that you pay one time, and your housing fee if you choose to live on campus. This is a great opportunity. You enroll into one of our associate programs and then transfer over into a bachelor program your third and fourth year. We also have what's called the Cumberland Promise Scholarship, which is awarded for your third and fourth year based on your GPA your first and second year with us. Academic scholarships are merit-based and dependent on your ACT score and high school GPA. Performance scholarships are awarded by each and every coach on every team that we have, and this also includes our fine arts programs. So theater, music, band, anything like that, you can also get scholarships through those programs. And third and most uniquely is our endowed scholarship program. We offer over 100 of these and give out $300,000 a year to different students based on different things. There's a list of over 100 different scholarships that have a lot of different criteria, but we've simplified the application. So there's one simple application due April 1st that puts you in, that makes you eligible for all of those scholarships. And it automatically pairs you with which one you can get. So actually applying, we do have a rolling admission standard, so there's no technical deadline. However, we do recommend to get all of your ducks in a row that you get that in by January 15th. And our requirements with the application are submitting your high school transcript. We are test flexible with the ACT this year. However, I do encourage you to submit those if you're able. This can help with different scholarships. We typically require a 3.0 and a 21. However, we offer what's called a personal statement if you don't meet those requirements to kind of see if you would still be a good fit for us. It looks like I'm running out of time. Friendly reminder to fill out your FAFSA. And these are our taglines. And my name is Hannah Riddle. Please feel free to reach out if you have any other questions about us.
Hannah, thank you so much.
Yeah.
6 minutes really does go by fast, doesn't it?
Truly.
I know that I've already learned so many great things about the institutions that have presented so far, but we still have many to go. So next you're going to hear from Tennessee Wesleyan University.
Okay, hi everybody. My name is Mary Catherine. I am a representative for Tennessee Wesleyan University. We are a small private liberal arts institution in between Chattanooga and Knoxville, so we're halfway between the Chattanooga-Knoxville mark right off of I-75. And this is just a snapshot of what our institution looks like from our little overhead. So meet TWU. We have over 60 academic programs to choose from. We're a small institution, so we have about 1,100 students on our campus, including our graduate program. And we do have an 89% job placement in a 6-month time span for all of those students. So we are a small institution. You'll also see on here our top 5 majors for 2019 to 2020. But we do, like I said, have over 60 programs to choose from. And then we have a lot of student life on campus as well, with over 30 student organizations and resident halls and everything like that, which we'll get into here on the next slide. So student life and athletics. So we have about 21 athletic organizations, men and women's organizations. We are NAIA Division II, so we're a D2 school. So we do athletic scholarships as well as academic scholarships, which we'll talk about here in a second. We do have 5 resident halls on campus, one that we actually just opened up this fall 2020 called Miller Hall. It's an upperclassman resident hall. But we do have 5 on campus, and our freshman all-female resident hall is a suite style. So you actually have your own bathroom that you share within your suite. So it's about 4 girls to 1 bathroom. And then our male hall is a traditional community style bathroom type resident hall. We have Greek life on our campus, 2 sororities and 1 fraternity. One of our sororities is a national sorority and the other one is international, and our fraternity is a local fraternity. So all of our Greek life very much focuses on giving back to the community that we're in. So if you're interested in Greek life, we have some options for you. We are a religious school, so we are Methodist affiliated, which means we have chapel, but you don't have to go to chapel. So it's totally optional. But we are a Methodist affiliated institution, so we do have 4 religious organizations on campus, as well as over 30 other ones. Our Collins Campus Center, which is in the picture on the right, was just built in 2018, so it's a brand new building. It is our new student activity center. So over in that yellow area, there are fun colors all throughout, but that yellow area is actually our gaming room. So you can bring your Xbox or PlayStation or Nintendo Switch, whichever game console you prefer, and actually have contests and everything in that area, as well as we do Super Bowl night in there as well. So we also have our Thunder Fitness Complex, which is not pictured, but it's a student-only center from 5 a.m. to 11 p.m. is when it's open. So it's really there for you guys, and we just opened that actually in 2018 as well. So it's also a newer area on our campus. And we do also have a campus nurse and mental health support on our campus as well. So how to apply, minimum requirements are there. We are test optional for fall 2021. You need a 2.75 GPA. Otherwise, you can go through our committee process for test optional as well. We do have an academic committee process. If you meet either a GPA or ACT or have a 2.5 GPA but no ACT or SAT score, then you can go through our academic committee process, and we will let you know if you qualify for that after submitting your documents. You have to have a personal professional letter and letters of recommendation, which they're recommended, not required, but they are required for the test optional academic committee process. We have a rolling admissions, which means that we do not have a deadline for our admissions application, and we also don't have an application fee, so you don't have to ask for a waiver or anything like that. We just don't have one so that it can be accessible for everybody. And then you just need to go to tnwesleyan.edu/apply in order to do that application. So for tuition and aid, we are $24,600 for fall 2020 to 2021. So we will set our 2021 to 2022 numbers in November. So just next month, we'll set all the information and $1,200 in student fees. But don't fret, we give out tons of scholarship. 99% of our full-time students receive institutional aid, and actually 100% of our full-time undergraduate students do receive some form of aid from us. And 36% of our students graduate debt-free, and we have lower student debt than the national average. So our scholarships really make up for what we kind of call that sticker shock on our tuition. And we do have merit awards that range from $8,000 to full tuition scholarships, as well as a couple of other options. So like I said, we are a D2 school, so we do athletic scholarships. And we also do music for band and choir, distinguished young women, and of course, work study scholarships. Don't forget, fill out your FAFSA. The earlier you do it, the better, because the more money that you're going to get in the end. So just make sure that you're doing that. And then here's all of our contact information. So I always tell people you can just take a little screenshot of this page right here. And if you have any questions, just either contact our office or contact me personally, and we'll be more than happy to help you out.
Thank you so much. Next up is Belmont University.
Good evening, everybody. Give me a second and I'll share my screen with you, and we will go from here. Okay. Again, my name is Michael Waters. I'm the Associate Director of Admissions at Belmont. I'm in my 16th year here. I'm one of 3 members of the admissions staff that work with prospective students from Middle Tennessee, and you'll find my contact information there on the screen. And there's also a way on our admissions page of our website for you to find out exactly who your counselor is if you have questions about the university. Here's a great shot of our campus. Most of the buildings that you can see in this photo are all part of the Belmont campus. We sit on 93 acres in the city of Nashville, and I'll talk more about that in just a second. But I'd like first to share just some general stats with you about the university, and then I'll talk about some key things you need to know as you move forward through your year. We now have over 8,000 students at Belmont. The university has been on a very, very purposeful growth mode for the last 20 years. When I started here 15 years ago, we had 5,000 students, and now you can see we're well over 8,000. Very proud of the fact that despite all of that very, very purposeful growth, we still maintain an average class size here of only 19 students. So from my perspective, you get kind of the best of both worlds. Academically, you're in small classes where professors know you by name. They recognize you outside the context of the classroom. Very easy to connect with our faculty members. But the best part is when you walk out that classroom door, there's 8,000 other faces. So every day you'll have an opportunity to see or meet somebody new. Our students come from across the country and across the globe. What catches some people by surprise is that only about 1/3 of our students are from Tennessee. Historically, the next most populous states after Tennessee would be Illinois, Texas, Ohio, Georgia, Florida, and California. So lots of kids come from all over the nation and all over the world to come to Belmont. I want to focus on 6 things that we want to make sure you know tonight about Belmont. First, we are in Nashville, Tennessee, Music City, USA. What surprises a lot of people is that Nashville is also known as the healthcare capital of the United States. We have the largest concentration of health-related businesses here in the city. There are now 53,000 different businesses in the greater Nashville area, so lots of opportunities for internships. And of course, when you're getting ready to graduate, if you're ready to take that first professional step, lots of opportunities for employment here in the greater Nashville area. We are a liberal arts and sciences institution. We now have over 100 different academic programs scattered across 9 different academic colleges, and that also includes a number of pre-professional programs. We just announced today, or it was just announced today, that Belmont is actually going to be starting a medical school. So that will be coming down the pike here in the next couple of years. I also want to make sure you understand that Belmont is a Christian institution. Now, we're not connected to a specific Christian church or denomination, but we do require that all of our faculty and staff members be Christian in order to teach and work here. We do not have that same requirement for our students. Again, I've worked here a long time. I've met hundreds of Belmont students. I've read lots of applications. I think it's safe that the majority of students that look at Belmont and enroll here are looking for that Christian context, but not all of them. So we welcome students of all faith backgrounds or no faith background. There are 2 required religion courses as a part of our general education curriculum. But beyond that, most of your involvement with things that have a spiritual and specifically Christian context are going to be voluntary. So again, opportunities are here, but they are almost primarily optional So you do not have to participate if you don't want to. Top 3 majors at Belmont, literally just in terms of direct enrollment: music business, which kind of makes sense since we sit right across the street from Music Row here in Nashville. Our second most popular major is nursing, and we have a direct entry nursing program, which means you apply to the university as a nursing, for the nursing program. If you're admitted, you're admitted into that program and you start immediately as a freshman in the nursing program. And then our third most popular major, audio engineering technology. From an admission standpoint, we operate on rolling admissions. So the sooner you get your application in, the sooner you get a response back from Belmont. We are going to be, or we are test optional for students applying for fall of 2021. So you have the opportunity to apply without submitting test scores. We'll be looking obviously at your application, your essay response, your resume of activities. We'll require an official transcript from your high school and then a letter of recommendation from your counselor. Your application for admission is also your application for pretty much any form of an academic scholarship available to an incoming freshman. So you want to make sure, if there's one date to remember from what I share with you tonight, December 1st. That's the priority application deadline for merit scholarship consideration. And what that simply means, if you want to be considered for our very best scholarships, you want to make sure you complete your application by December 1. We are, and have been in fact, encouraging students to visit Belmont. We've been doing in-person visits here since late June. We also still offer a host of virtual programming as well. So if you feel comfortable coming to campus, we invite you to go to our website and schedule a visit. If you're not comfortable making that kind of trip, you are welcome to access the virtual programs that we offer each day, as well as recorded versions of those opportunities. So lots of ways to pick up information on Belmont, and we're happy to share those things with you if you can. I think I'm about to near the end of my time here, so I want to say thank you for your time. And again, please feel free to reach out to us if you have questions, and we'll be happy to try to help as much as we can. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Our final presentation tonight will be from Carson-Newman University.
Alrighty, good evening, everybody. I'm Lauren Gregory, and I'm here today with Carson-Newman University. We are a small private liberal arts Christian university. We are located out in East Tennessee. So think about 30 minutes east of Knoxville and about 30 minutes up from Gatlinburg and Pigeon Forge. So think Smoky Mountain area, lots of really great outdoors here. Our mission statement is, our mission as a Christian educators is to help our students reach their full potential as educated citizens and worldwide servant leaders. So that's our aim here at Carson-Newman. So here at Carson-Newman, we have over 50 plus majors that you can be interested in or participate in. Some of our more popular ones are education, nursing, and business. You see the little link at the bottom though, feel free to take a picture of that. That actually can send you to our website and show you a full listing of all the opportunities that we offer for our majors. This slide here actually tells you how to apply. So what's really great is here at Carson-Newman, you can actually apply for free. The link right below it, admissions.cn.edu/apply, is where you would go to get your application in. What's nice is we actually do not require an essay at all. And this year, we are, of course, test optional. All that means is that we do not require you to submit an ACT or SAT score for admission. You'll see the statistics below that we are asking for a 2.75 or higher GPA. And with that, you do not have to submit an ACT or SAT score. Congrats, if you have that 2.75 GPA or higher, you would be accepted to Carson-Newman. Now, if you do have the 2.2 GPA to the 2.75 GPA, we would ask that you do submit some of your ACT or SAT scores, and that'll help us review you in your application process. Some good news is for students with that 2.75 GPA or higher, if you chose to submit your ACT or SAT test scores, you actually will be reviewed for potentially an additional merit-based scholarship. And we'll talk about that here in a second, what that merit-based scholarship means. And of course, there's a nice image to help you see where our Apply Now button is if you go onto our main website. So one of the quick reminders that you've heard already tonight is to file your FAFSA. So we're now past October 1, so go ahead and file your FAFSA. Now, our school code is listed right there, 003481. Go ahead and take a picture of that, write that down. If you're interested in attending Carson-Newman, we're gonna need you to make sure that you list that on your FAFSA. That way our financial aid office can help assist you in getting the correct scholarships. So we also accept some other federal and state aid. So that actually can just help you discount your college experience even more. So we do offer the federal Pell Grant, federal SEOG grant, federal subsidized and unsubsidized loans, the Tennessee Hope Scholarship, the Tennessee Promise Program, and the Tennessee TSAA grant, and many, many more. So by filling out your FAFSA, that actually will qualify you for some of these scholarships and aid that are listed. So back to that freshman merit-based scholarship. All that means is that we are going to award you a scholarship based on your GPA for the accomplishments that you've already made during your high school time. So any student that it is accepted can receive this scholarship. Now it starts at $6,000 and goes all the way up to $10,000 per year. And once again, that's going to be based on your GPA. Now the little bottom section says that if you did choose to submit your ACT and SAT scores, and they are some of those higher scores, that could potentially unlock the top 2 tiers of that merit-based scholarship, which is $12,000 and $14,000. $14,000 is where that merit scholarship will be capped at. So some other scholarship opportunities that we do offer are listed on your screen here. So the first 3 that you see, Faith and Justice, Bonner Center Service, and Eagles Engage, all of those are community service-based scholarships to where you do community service hours, and in exchange for that, you receive a scholarship. We offer athletics as well. Now those are going to be a little bit more limited and competitive, but we are NCAA Division II with our athletics. Cheer and dance and bass fishing are considered club sports here on our campus, but you could potentially receive a scholarship for participating in those. Forensics debate, film, theater, art and photography, music, chemistry, math, all of those are going to be program-based. So if you're majoring in that, you have the potential to receive a scholarship for choosing that major. Or for example, music, theater, you can receive a scholarship for participating in those ensembles or programs. Carson-Newman Legacy or alumni, if your parents went to school here, we absolutely have a scholarship set aside for you. We even also offer our diversity scholarship as well, and ministers dependent if your family is involved in ministry as well, plus so many more. If you want to type into the chat box with the Q&A and just say, I'm interested in scholarship info, my coworker Spencer, he's on here with us right now and he's ready to answer those questions. He can send you the link for additional scholarship information. So what's nice is you actually may qualify for free tuition. Now, it is if you meet these requirements. Have a 0 EFC on your FAFSA. That's why it's important to fill it out. If you are Tennessee Hope eligible. If you file your FAFSA by the TSAA deadline and receive the full TSAA grant and include Carson-Newman on your list of FAFSA colleges. So that could be potentially free tuition. It's worth checking out. So you have got to see this plays. I can talk about it all day long, but I'd love to see you here on campus. We have a few special Saturday showcase options. You see them across the bottom in orange. We've already checked off a few of them. This weekend, we're about to do our October 17th one, and it's completely full. But November 7th is still open, so feel free, jump on our website and get signed up. Or we also have some later on in spring for March and April. We also are still doing some daily visits as well. So feel free, bring a parent, bring a mask, and come and tour campus with us. And of course, if you have any questions, go and take a picture of this screen or write it down. You can send any questions to our admissions office to this email, admitme@cn.edu, because that's what you want to do. We want you to be admitted. And then, of course, our office phone number, 865-471-3223. Once again, I'm Lauren Gregory. I'm so excited that I got to share Carson-Newman with you, and reach out if you have any questions. Thanks for your time.
Thank you, Lauren. I'd now like to invite all of our panelists to turn on their cameras, and we're going to take turns sharing either something unique or a distinction about your institution that you would like to share, maybe a campus tradition or a fun fact. So let's go in the order that we presented. If you'd like to start first, East Tennessee State.
Hey everyone, so let's do a neat thing on campus. So we have tons of different things, but one thing that's kind of like a tradition too, if you sign up for the preview weekend that I was talking about, which is a pre-college experience, We basically have like a yellow brick road on our campus that a lot of our students will go and they'll paint it, and they'll kind of like, with the preview weekend, they'll have kind of whoever has the best design in their groups and everything like that. So it's friendly competition. It's really nice because when you're walking on campus, you get to see, hey, that's my artwork. So
That's really fun, Lily. Next, University of Memphis.
Yes, we have a couple of fun things that we do. My favorite things are, of course, our fountain. It changes to tiger blue every Friday, every time there's a game day. We also have tiger paw prints that take you from the campus and lead you to the Liberty Bowl. So you'll never be lost if you just follow the paw prints to the Liberty Bowl to watch our football players play. And then another thing we have is like we have 100 tigers that were placed around the city in celebration of our 100-year anniversary. And all the tigers have different themes. So we have like an Elvis tiger, a dancing tiger, some sports teams have tigers. So it's really cool.
Love that school spirit. Next up, Cumberland University.
Yeah, so I'm a pop culture girl. I'm sure a lot of high school students are as well. A fun fact about our campus is that Taylor Swift, back in the day, actually filmed her Love Story music video in our chapel on campus. We used to be religiously affiliated. We are no longer, but we still have a really beautiful chapel, and that's where she decided to film a very famous video. It's a pretty cool fun fact.
That is a super cool fun fact. Next up, Tennessee Wesleyan University.
So there are two fun facts that I kind of want to say. Our first one is that if you're familiar with Mayfield Dairy Ice Cream, their headquarters are actually in our city where we're located. So we have a partnership with them. So they provide our ice cream for campus, which is actually really
good.
cool. Yes, it is. And the second really fun, well, it depends on how you look at it, thing that we have on campus is we do have a Native American legend on our campus. It's a love story between a daughter of a Cherokee chief and a British soldier from the Revolutionary War, and they're both believed to be buried on our campus. So that's something that's interesting. But the ice cream may be more fun.
And dangerous, but delicious.
Yes.
Next up, Belmont University.
Okay, here's a fun fact. 1 week from tonight, about 200 yards from where I'm sitting, Vice President Joe Biden and President Donald Trump will be taking part in the final presidential debate on our campus. This is a follow-up to the 2008 debate that we hosted here between Senators McCain and Obama. So we're very excited about that. The Secret Service will be arriving here in the next few days. Fencing is going up all around campus to basically, circle the key area where the president and the former vice president will be. So a lot of stuff going on. We're very excited about that.
What a cool opportunity for your students in your community.
Yeah.
Next, Carson-Newman.
So I have two really fun things to share. So one of them is one of our annual traditions that we host in August is actually called Mud Ball. It's where all of our student clubs and organizations actually go out to our sand volleyball pit and they dig a giant hole all the way down to where the mud is. They fill it up with water and they play a giant volleyball game. So that's an annual thing that everyone looks forward to is Mud Ball. And then our other really one of my favorite things that we offer that's unique is going to be our prayer walk. We actually do a prayer walk and our president actually leads that, and we walk all through our main street of campus, and it's led by our organizational leaders on campus as well as our faculty and staff, and they actually pray over every building and over every student at the beginning of the semester during our orientation. So that's one of my favorite things that we do.
Both of those things sound very stress relieving in different ways. Well, audience, I hope that you realize that all of these people on this screen are here to help you. I'm sure you realized that you had maybe family members, possibly older siblings, your school counselors to help you, but maybe you didn't realize that you had these people. These people are, their job is to help answer your questions, and no question is silly, no question is over the top. But they really care about students and want to make sure that they're doing everything that they can to help you through this process. So use them, contact them. Those phones make phone calls, not just texts. So make sure that you make good use of that. And with that, tonight, I'd like to say thank you for joining us. We've had a great evening tonight. I hope that you felt like your time was well spent. When you close this window tonight, you're going to see a link to a very quick 4-question survey. This is just one of the many sessions being offered, so feel free to sign up for additional sessions. And of course, in about a week, this recording will be available. So thanks so much, and best wishes with your college search process. Bye, everyone.